Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of the evening. 8 rounds of scheduled boxing in the junior featherweight division between the world-ranked TJ Doheny taking on Agua Prieta, Sonora, Mexico's Ernesto Guerrero. This fight here tonight in Melrose, Massachusetts has an international flair. TJ Doheny from Ireland by way of Australia taking on Ernesto Guerrero, who makes his home in Agua Prieta, Sonora, Mexico. As was the case earlier tonight with Niall Kennedy, no shortage of fanfare in the Boston area for Irish fighters. And as a result of that, Murphy's Boxing has signed a few Irish boxers, including TJ Doheny and Niall Kennedy, who we've seen tonight. Also on their roster, Mick McLaughlin. We've got Sharon Z in the ring right now, which means that she's going to sing the national anthem. I believe she will sing just the United States national anthem, though she potentially could do the Gaelic national anthem, the Mexican national anthem, and the Australian national anthem. This fight might not start for another half hour is what I'm getting to, but we'll find out soon enough. A lot of homes between these two fighters is what I'm referring to.
It's now time for your Monster Brawl 3 main event of the evening, presented to you by Murphy's Boxing. At this time, we'd like to honor the United States of America with our national anthem. And here to sing our national anthem, we'd like to welcome none other than the very talented Broadway sensation, Sharon Z. We ask you to please rise. Welcome, Sharon. And get ready for our national anthem. Thank you very much.
Sharon Z singing the United States national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh,
Sharon Z from America's hometown, Plymouth, Massachusetts, with a beautiful version of the United States national anthem. And now John Vina with our official ring introductions for this main event.
Let's get to our Murphy's Boxing main event of the evening. Scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. This in the super bantamweight division. Your referee in charge of the action once again, Mr. Steve Clark. Introducing first, fighting on the red corner to my left, wearing silver and green, and weighing in a trim and ready 120 pounds. In his 22 victories, he's won 15 by knockout. Here comes us from Agua Prieta, Sonora, Mexico. Please welcome Ernesto Guerrero. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner to my right, wearing blue trunks and also weighing in a trim and ready 120 pounds. Undefeated as a professional with 15 big victories and 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Portland, Ireland, by way of Sydney, he now makes his home in Boston, Massachusetts. Please welcome the undefeated PABA Super Bantamweight Champion, TJ Doheny.
So So this fight's scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior featherweight division. It's actually contested at a catch weight of 120 pounds. TJ Doheny wearing the blue trunks with the white trim. Ernesto Guerrero wearing the shiny silver trunks. TJ Doheny enters this fight with a perfect record of 15 wins against 0 losses, 11 of his 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Ernesto Guerrero with a record of 22 wins, 19 losses, 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Ernesto Guerrero is a guy that when he steps up usually falls short. He has been stopped within 3 rounds by the likes of world-rated Ryan Kilzeski, recent world champion Jonathan Guzman, but recently went the 10-round distance with recent world title challenger Ivan Morales. We'll see how TJ Doheny fares against Ernesto Guerrero tonight here in Melrose. Should also mention that Luis Rosa stopped Ernesto Guerrero in the 2nd round in a fight at the Mohegan Sun Casino in 2014. TJ Doheny said in newspaper articles leading up to this fight that Ernesto Guerrero is awkward. He's awkward, tries to get cute in there, and will be a good test for him stylistically as he has not fought someone with his particular style. He tries to be elusive in there, Ernesto Guerrero. Guerrero, a high-caliber soccer player in Mexico, as well as being a journeyman professional boxer. Right hand by Ernesto Guerrero lands. Good attempted a flurry by Doheny, but a right hand by Guerrero fired in return. Landed clean as well. Doheny, promoted by Murphy's Boxing, world rated, and many have high hopes for him. It's interesting, these small weight classes, featherweight, junior featherweight, big weight divisions internationally, particularly in Hispanic countries like Mexico. Nice left hand by Doheny, puts Ernesto Guerrero down here in round 1, and that landed solid. And he gets up at the count of 6. Well, that was a solid thudding shot by Doheny that just put Ernesto Guerrero down to his knees. So Guerrero down here in round 1. High knockout ratio for TJ Doheny, as 11 of his 15 wins have come by way of knockout. Nice left hand by Doheny, puts Guerrero down for the 2nd time here in round 1. He's down to a knee, and he's up at the count of 8. But Guerrero down twice here in round 1. It's been sharper, more crisp punching, courtesy of TJ Doheny, which has put him down twice, and 3rd knockdown of the 1st round. Every time he lands clean, he has been hurting Ernesto Guerrero here in round 1. Guerrero beats the count, but he's dropped 3 times in the opening frame as round 1 is about to conclude. And you could not ask for a better first round if you were TJ Doheny. That is going to be the rare 10-6 round. Probably the most famous 10-6 round in the history of boxing was in the first encounter between Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. Manny Pacquiao dropped Marquez 3 times in that opening round. Marquez rebounded, making it a hell of a fight, and the fight finished in a draw. One thing you have to say about the fight fans here in Melrose tonight is that it's nice that they're all sticking around for the main event, considering all the local fights are done. We've got a fighter originally from Ireland, then moved to originally from Australia, who then moved to Ireland, who now lives in Boston, but is just becoming one with the community, taking on a guy from Mexico, and still a very healthy crowd here at Memorial Hall. Speaks well to the passion of these boxing fans in Melrose, Massachusetts at Memorial Hall. Round 2 between TJ Doheny and Ernesto Guerrero. Doheny with a beautiful round 1. 3 knockdowns scored in 1 round. We'll see if Ernesto Guerrero can regroup or if the precision punching of TJ Doheny will adversely affect him once again here in round 2. The most success Ernesto Guerrero's had in this fight, he landed 2 fairly good right hands in round 1, and it looks like he was trying to time Doheny with that again. With that being said, he probably doesn't have the power one would think for one shot to do too much damage to Doheny. Then again, we saw a guy like Daniel Sastry score a shock one-punch knockout over Danny O'Connor at a show in nearby Lowell just last year. So anything can happen in this sport. And another left hand, courtesy of Doheny, but referee Steve Clark refers to this one as a slip. I did see a left hand in there, however, and that has been the shot that Doheny has timed Guerrero with all night to this point. This time he flicks out the right jab. That left hand landed, knocks Guerrero backwards a little bit. You can actually see Guerrero trying to remain upright, and it's just not working. That's the 4th knockdown of the fight. And he'll be up at the count of 8 again. That's the 4th knockdown. Referee Steve Clark going to take a good hard look at him, opts to call it off. 4 knockdowns in a second-round TKO for TJ Doheny here in Melrose, Massachusetts tonight. And TJ Doheny, with that performance, will improve to 16-0 with 12 KOs, stays unbeaten, and ups his knockout ratio. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the future holds for TJ Doheny. One would think if he plays his cards right, conceivably, within 12 months could find himself in a major fight, maybe even a world title shot. But a major fight, nevertheless, if that's what he wants. I would imagine the Murphy's boxing group will keep him busy, particularly with their annual early St. Patrick's Day show, which will come in 2017. We'll get the official time of the stoppage from our ring announcer, John Vina. One minute and 58 seconds of round 2. TJ the Power Doheny living up to his nickname as he scores 4 knockdowns en route to a second-round TKO. He's now 16-0. For everyone here at Murphy's Boxing, my cameraman Clay Thompson, I'm Peter Zimbor. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time at the fights.